The Bible. For the longest time, um, they were doing this thing about like, we've only been here 2,000 years, or, or we've only been here 4,000 years. And the truth was, we've been here billions of years. Or they've tried to do this thing like the dinosaurs lived until about 500 years ago, and then we evolved into sentience, and then we became sentient, and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, actually, humanity has been in existence for trillions of years or millions of years. And I was around, well, what is humanity now? What was humanity? Like, before, there's mostly 1.5s. Well, there is some humanity, I believe, before the dinosaurs. Yeah, I believe there's whole civilizations before the dinosaurs, actually. Like, humanity's been around for trillions of years. Like, the Japanese Empire, what is the Japanese would know that, like I say, the Orientals have stars of their own. There are planets out there where Japan has literally created a star and a sun. Japan did it. They have planets out there. And they had a few planets that I gave them. It's like, well, I don't really need it. If you guys want it, you guys can have it. And there are planets out there in other places, obviously, that where I was like, go ahead, sure, okay. If you guys want to live here. Actually, a lot of times there were planets where I was like, well, I'm leaving. If you guys want out, I'm going. And when I was when I was basically had a spaceship and stuff like that, and I was like, I don't know when anybody's going to be back, so or when another spaceship's going to come or whatever. Anyway, so I'd take off, and if people wanted to leave, there were a couple planets where I was like that. I was like, I'm leaving, so you know. And there was a couple planets where I was like, I'm evacuating, so you guys should probably leave too. Anyway, so like there were planets where I left those planets where it's like, well, they weren't really particularly great planets. They didn't have a lot of water, and life on them was rather hard. They're like basically mining planets, pretty much, and it's like, we could do better, probably, but not here. Um, anyway, like I said, I have like 400 or so water-like planets. I have 3 water storage sites. Well, back from the day, from billions of years ago, I had 3 water storage sites where I was hoarding my water, and Earth being one, and there's 2 others at least that were my private water sites, LS private water sites. Just like all the water in the ocean is technically mine. So I had 2 other planets that were basically my water sites. But I mean, I'm a person now. That was back in the day when I was doing whatever. When I was creating, and I was running this huge empire and I had all these life forms, and it's like every life form needs water. And if you don't have water, then you can't make new life forms because obviously all your water is being used up by your life forms. Anyway, this was trillions of years ago. And it doesn't even matter. That's why when I created Earth and I put all the water here, I was like, free breeding, don't really care, just don't take it off the planet. Because other people were like, bye. It's like, wow. Anyway, and it's like, don't even think about it. So, and that became a problem. Like I actually had to safeguard the water on the Earth for one point in time. But that was billions of years ago, or trillions of years ago, and nobody, well, whatever. Um, anyway, it's a lot of water anyway. Anyway, like I say, a lot of weird things happen. Like there were even people trying to steal women for water, and that was really messed up. I was like, really? Anyway, it was something. It was something to do with my little. Anyway, something. Okay, whatever. I don't know. It's something that happened millions of years ago and no longer important. I'm out of water. Anyway. Yeah, there's a lot about the universe that most people don't know. Anyway, like for instance, there are spaceships out there in the universe, so there should be. I don't know why everyone thinks that there's no life out there or no other spaceships or whatever. Technically, the Earth and the Sun is a spaceship. We're on a giant spaceship floating through space, so big that we don't need walls. Anyway, like I said, I mean, for thousands of years, I cruised around in spaceships and stuff like that. But I mean, I mean, I have so many life forms anyway, and so many life forms wanted to be around me at one point in time. That's like, well, generally things are work better around me. So generally, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I make my own rule. I made the rules for Earth, so that's one of the reasons why people wanted to live on Earth, and why Earth became kind of like a safe haven for families. Because like, and plus I was richest person here, so anyway, lots of things.